Okay, so I don't know, network, and now our something is doing somehow. But let's see if it's working now.
It's natural to have different ideologies. We tend
Talking about employees not using the products or services of their employers. Most organizations expect you to be brand ambassadors of the organization. Come on. I mean, you can't work for company XYZ and you are at a location and someone requests the service of, you know, um, okay, you guys offer service or you guys have a product. They expect you to speak for and about their products or the services, whether or not you are at work. For instance, I work here and we are selling airtime. That's what we sell here. The adverts that you listen to, someone pays for them. So we are selling that time. And the revenue generated from that is what is used to sustain, maintain, buy equipment, pay salaries, and all of that. Now, I work here, and let's assume I am at a meeting with friends or I'm somewhere else and they're looking out for a radio station to place an advert. Trust me, I should be talking about Nigeria Info. True or false? I mean, I want us to be on the same page. I'm using relatable examples for a reason. I should talk about our brands. It depends on what they are looking out for. And to be honest, our organization has diversified in such a way that we have radio stations to meet different audience segments. So, all right, so the company in some quarter and but then if I don't do that, we're not saying what some organizations require of you. So if you're offering a service, you're selling a product, if you're working XYZ company and probably they produce drinks and you're at a place where people are talking about drinks, you should be able to talk about the drinks your company produces. If it's noodles, you should be able to talk about it. If it's seasoning cubes, if it's anything at all, you should be able to push the brand. True or false? Who best to blow their trumpet and market them if not an employee? But how can an employee help grow a business when they neither use, believe in, or like the company's product or services? So I work here, and I'm not talking about this brand anywhere. I keep it hush hush. In fact, it gets to a point where I don't even want people to know that I work here. I'm not recommending the company for anything. I don't even like the company. Does it make sense? Job offers usually does not come with a mandate of using that company's product exclusively. That would be dangerously close to slavery. You can't say because I work here, I must eat your bread. What if I don't like your bread? What if I like this other company's bread and all? For example, a programmer working at Apple but may well use Android device in personal life for various reasons. Her employment with Apple in no way obligates her to use Apple devices all the time. Not their phones, not their MacBook, not their AirPods, not their wristwatches, no. But of course, there is a time and place. If the same programmer is representing Apple in an industry conference and is seen using Android devices, that may cause bad image for her employer. Hence, exercising caution is crucial. Why is she using Android products? But she's talking about Apple, and she's telling us to buy Apple. Now, let's look at this other category of people who could be employees. Let's look at pharmacists, for instance, who refuse to dispense birth control because of their twisted moral beliefs or their moral beliefs, because they have no right to govern the morals of other persons. They don't like it. They don't believe in it. They don't use it. However, a customer comes to the pharmacy to buy, and then they don't sell to that person. So they can tell the regular paracetamol. They can tell any other pain relief. They can tell any other drug. But see, they don't dispense birth control. Then the truth of the matter is they may probably have no business working in that industry. Right? Maybe if they don't also donate blood, they may not want to sell syringe and things that people will use to donate blood and all of that. But think of it deeply. Think of as many examples as you can possibly think of. I know somebody who works in a particular noodles brand. Because whenever I go to the person's house, I will see some, I don't know how you put it, something to show that this person works here. Is it that the person is offering you that product? If it's chin-chin, the person is offering you the chin-chin. You just have a way of knowing that, oh, this person eats the brand. So you take the chin-chin, right? If it's drink, you just see some packs of drinks. It's either the company dash the person or the person feels like, since I work here, I'm going to buy these things at a far cheaper price. And they buy and stock up, right? You're going to most likely want to buy. But if you tell me that you work for this company and you neither use nor like the product and you're recommending it to me, should I buy? Should I patronize? Now then there's the bigger question centered around even working for such an organization in the first place. How appropriate is it to work for an organization whose product or service you don't use or like? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002. Once again, 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. Once again, 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Now, I just saw an interesting comment, and trust me, I can predict some of your responses. I would be so shocked if nobody summoned courage to ask me that question. Good afternoon, Didi. Didi, you did listen to Nigeria Info when you're on chat. I'm into work. I turn on you. It's Nigeria. I live in the office. I turn on my radio. And yeah, at times, I don't really like. I talk to other people. I don't listen to my colleagues talk about this. Station I to listen. So I'm loyal. So if you take my word. Nigeria Info. Good afternoon.
Yes, I want to talk about government. All our leaders, their children are outside the country. So I think they should be sending their children to our public school to study and equally get the same service as well. Thank you.
Okay, so government, okay, the leaders work for us and the leaders should use our service. Well, yeah, that's a valid point, If they work for Nigerians, the services offered by Nigerians, I think I understand it's coming from. Someone says, is it not boring seeing that you work there? Is it boring? No, it's not. I mean, sometimes listening to Jude's voice, this my colleague have says, or listening to Andrew, Andrew, he talk shy, or listening to Kalada. No, it's not boring. It's not. Trust me. Real Gates from Port Harcourt Town. Welcome to the sunny side. Talk me.
Good afternoon to you, lady D2W.
Good afternoon to you, sir. Real gift from Port Harcourt Town. Go ahead.
I beg, keep it aside. My lady.
Yes, sir.
What of when you day house? You dey listen to?
If I'm at home.
From them. Yes, home or house.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have an earpiece for a reason. My earpiece is for my Android device because that's the one that has radio. Okay. So I just plug my earpiece and then leave it on loudspeaker.
Well, that means we'll organize an award for you. Because I know some people who work for the station. Yes, as soon as they come out there, at their end, at the next show.
But, okay.
looking at this issue, I agree with you. If they say the meat you forbid, you don't use your teeth to share it for other persons to eat now.
Okay.
So if I don't like the product, there is no need going there to work. Because the truth is that there is no way either their sticker, T-shirts, or what have you. So what do you do? Peradventure, you are supposed to put on branded clothing. You know, in cause of, especially when you're on duty.
Yeah.
And if you don't like the product entirely, what happens then, please? So for me, if you cannot patronize the product you advertise, it's just like sometimes you get some native doctors where you go see, where they do money ritual for people. When you see them, they live for thatch house. You see that then they don't like the thatch house. So that's one no follow. And on this other hand, you know, when I was in the hospitality business, I prepared salad. But do you know the other side of it?
No, I don't. You have to tell me.
I don't eat salad. Up to this very moment, I speak to you. But I do prepare it for others to eat. Is that part of our discussion?
But you prepare other things, right, that you eat?
Well, for me, I think if you cannot make use or patronize such products where you eke out a living from, then you have no business being in that particular group or agency. Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't eat liver. You can never make me eat liver. No, there's nothing you want to tell me in this life. Once upon a time when I was young, someone tried to force me to eat liver. I couldn't have it. But then I had also ventured into the food business. And I would have people who would order fried rice with liver. Would I buy the liver? The answer is yes. Would I use the liver for the fried rice? The answer is yes. Will I eat from that fried rice? The answer is yes. Will I select the pieces of liver or the chopped or the diced liver? The answer is yes, and I will eat the rice like that. Now, that's a different thing altogether. I ate from the rice. I mean, I had to taste that the rice was good before giving it to whoever, is paying for it. Those are different instances. That, see, this product is what this brand has. Toothpaste. You work for Nigeria Info Toothpaste Company and you don't use the toothpaste. No time will anybody come to your house and find the toothpaste. You don't like the toothpaste. So even when they are giving it as dash to you, you rather would give it as dash to other people. Should I now come and buy toothpaste from your company? Why are you working there in the first place? I mean, I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but maybe you will make me understand better. Legacy from HA, welcome to the sunny side.
Yeah, thank you, D. So let me put it this way. It's not exactly a black and white scenario. There are the gray sides too. So let's use banking, for example.
Banking.
That I work in a certain bank. Does that mean I should have 1,000 accounts with that bank?
No, you will have one account at
industries. Yeah, I could have an account. I conversed with someone once who told me it's against the rule of the bank. I don't know if it's still against the rule, but at the time it was against the rule of her bank for any staff to hold an account with that bank.
Really?
So you have to hold an account with any other bank but this bank.
Are you serious?
Okay, it wasn't query, but then it works that way. Yeah, it's good to have an account with your bank, like you're saying, so you can patronize them. But then you know how volatile the banking industry is. You want to move from bank A to bank B, and 6 months later you're in another bank. Is that how you keep transmitting account to account and all that? So some deals and details are a bit semi-permanent. Others. So it's not cast.
Hello? Are you still there? Oh my God. Legacy?
It shouldn't stop me from using another line of another network. Because it's communication I want to enjoy. So when we consider what exactly we're selling as a product for our brand, then we can decide the specifics. decide on how stringent we be with.
Network. Oh dear. Sorry, Legacy, I have to let you go. I did mention that we couldn't go live, but the good news is we've been live for over 18 minutes now. So head on to X. Our X handle is at Nigeria Info PH. Watch me live. Head on to Facebook. Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Watch me live as well. Head on to YouTube, Nigeria Info PH, and watch me live. The question remains, does it seem appropriate? Is there any level of appropriateness working for an organization whose products or services you don't use or like? Why am I on radio if I don't like radio? Why am I on Nigeria Info FM if I don't like Nigeria Info FM? Yeah, I get it when some of you say it may seem boring, because I know Jude. I have conversations with Jude every now and then off radio, right? There is that, see finish, no finish. So what does Jude want to talk about on radio that we probably will not talk about off radio? I know Kalada. I know these other persons. But hey, we all work for this brand. And to be honest, there are contributions on his show that may add to my line of thoughts or the knowledge I have concerning certain matters. So would I listen to him when I am not on radio? The answer is yes. Would it seem like patronage of the Nigeria Info brand? The answer is yes. So if I say continue listening to us, it means I am also listening, and I find value from listening, and I think you will get value from listening as well. Jessica from Oji, welcome to the sunny side.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
See, I'm a very proud promoter of the products I work with.
Okay.
See, I work with everything, and it's Bacon and Reed. If you're working with a product, you should be proud of it. You don't work there because maybe they're paying you or anything. You should be proud of what you're promoting or you're working with. And you should enjoy the product as well. If you don't even know about it before you started, try using it, and, so that when you're talking to people, you won't be deceiving them and be like, this thing is not, it's good. And you, inside your mind, it's not really good, but you're just saying it. If you're not okay with the product or you're not okay with the company, don't work with them.
Don't work for them.
Work with the company because you believe in them and you believe in the product you're promoting.
Okay.
So I don't advise on someone saying they're working with something and they're just doing that because they're earning from them. No. Work with the product because you're sure of it.
You're sure of it. All right. Thank you so much. Mira from Okrika, you're welcome. Talk to me.
Thank you, Denise. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Denise, if I were this person about food, honestly, from buying food from Nigeria, because how can the country have food and they don't use it? They prefer to sell it out. So what could be the reason why they don't want to use our own food?
We don't have refineries to refine them.
I'm telling you. So I will be so skeptical. Is it that there is something in the crude that will spoil our machine or our farms easily or something? I will be. Have you seen people that sell clothes? Some people that sell wears.
Yeah.
And they don't even wear it. You see them. Just to take one out of your many clothes to wear, no clean, no way.
I can make a case for those people. Muriel.
Huh?
Permit me to make a case for those people. I know people who sell...
You can make a case for them?
Yes. Let me land. I know people who sell expensive hairs. But the capital used for buying those hairs is not from them. There's something called... what's it called? Is it drop shipping? Like, you don't have a product. Somebody sells the product. You take pictures and videos from the person's page. You post on your own page. You get the amount from the original seller, and then you top up something to sell to, what's it called now? The people that are looking at your page. and then you do remittance to the person, get the product, and give back to the final customer. Now, those people do not have the capital. Let's say Brazilian hair is 300,000 naira for 300 grams. They don't have it. They clearly cannot afford it. But they understand that there are people within their network that like some of these things. So what do? They work with these people who have these things in their shop. So when they get the money, they go there and buy. So they cannot wear that type of hair.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Denise, there are some people that sell very expensive clothes.
Yes.
But Denise, did you know that in most countries,
oh dear, what's happening to the network today?
to look good. You must not even know what you're selling. But the fact that you're selling well, Denise, the person, you need to look presentable. You don't need to wear worn-out clothes, worn-out clothes. You're selling men's things. You cannot even take one or two. Look, there are some that they even have the shop with their own goods.
But they don't use it.
Some are giving it 2 years to wear it on their body. You know, this was exposed in the shop now for a very long time. Or wear it on Google.
No, it's expensive. They need to sell it to get the money.
But when it comes to something consumable, and you say you are selling something that you cannot consume it, you go test them for my front. So if you cannot test it, how will I buy it?
Why would you buy it?
Test them. If you not test them and see whether it is sweet or pepper day or something. Do you know that you must test it? But if you cannot test it, then I will assume that you think it's not good enough, to eat it. That's why you don't want to eat it. You cannot tell me that you forbid it, or hey, you want it, you don't like it. No. I will assume that it's not good enough. That's why.
Okay. You will assume that it is not good enough. That is why the person is not taking it. I have seen people like that, trust me. They feel what they are selling is too expensive for them to consume. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. If I sell this cloth 20,000 to a customer, I will gain 5,000. I go come carry and wear for body. No, now. That's a loss. That's how they see it. AKC Oganaya says, good afternoon, Didi. It's neither here nor there because I can be a teacher in one school, but your children are in another school for distance reason or school fees reason. Sammy from Port Harcourt, thank you for that example. Thank you for that example because I have seen a lot of teachers in private schools. They clearly cannot afford the school fees of these private schools. So guess what? The children do not attend the school. And even when their children do, they work out a plan for the school fees to be debited from their salaries or something. Tony from Momok, how are you doing today?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Didi.
Yes.
I don't know if you have seen some carpenter that when you visit their house, you don't see an upholstery chair that they are making. Then, about this school, I was teaching in a particular school. We had a PTA meeting. And the PTA chairman openly said that the majority of the teachers who have some of their children attending other schools know that the school fees is so exorbitant. But they thought probably that they are not doing well, but they are part of that stuff. So the PTA chairman openly told them that if you are putting a food that your own child cannot test from, that it means that you are cooking a nonsense and you are demarketing the school in a way. So whatever thing that one is doing, you ought to patronize them, and that is a way of showing other people that what you are doing, that you are doing the right thing.
Okay. School fees is on schools cost though. If an employee isn't using the products they are selling, it means something is wrong. All the celebrities forming influencer for slimming teas, weight loss, and different kinds of creams they claim they used to enlarge the bum, whereas they really went to do lipo, BBL, and other cosmetic surgeries, are on this table. Good afternoon, Didi, and happy new month. Regarding the subject on the discourse, employees can advertise their company service on product, but in certain cases, most employees, if not all, aren't able to patronize said products due to their financial capability. For example, take the educational sector. A private school fees of 300k, and a staff salary of 100 to 200k monthly. If that staff has 2 or 3 children, how can he patronize the school while being able to keep afloat with his or her obligations? Anonymous. Double D, good afternoon. What if I work for any alcohol company and I don't drink alcohol? Because I know some people that don't drink alcohol, but they sell alcohol. Victor Irebe, please leave that industry. I mean, how are you going to advertise the alcohol? I don't know. The expert to say leave the industry. You know they drink alcohol, they work for alcoholic company. They wine me. Good afternoon, Didi. Sometimes it's funny, I got a friend who is a baker, but she doesn't eat cake or pastries. She has people who taste for her, and it's funny that stuff are madly tasty. I dey fear her, sha. Me, I go fear her too. I write, but I can't read my content or even watch my own spoken words presentations. I don't know why. When it comes to a product, you are not just an employee, but also the face of it. So it's inappropriate if you practice what you preach. I think it means if you don't practice what you preach. OC from Mudara. You're listening to commentary. That means your husband doesn't explain the game for you. No, Didi, I'll give you examples. A footballer might not like a club, but plays for it. This is just to show you that you don't need to love a club to play for it. Also, a man may not love a lady, but he'll have kids with her. Lastly, I'm a Samsung lover, but if I have an opportunity to work with Apple, good God, I will work for them and use the salary to buy a Samsung. You're a handy lady who listens to commentary. You're complete. Thank you. A commercial break. We come back. A plethora of messages I would read. Stay tuned.
Stay with us. Nigeria.